Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques,
Ho!
Jacques,
Ho!
what up, folks? Good evening, good afternoon to all of you out there. We're hoping everyone's day has been great, their week as well, man. I hope
Yes, sir.
everybody's doing well, man, for sure.
Man, everybody just piled on in the room. Okay. They kill me when they do that, man. I like everybody just came in at once.
Yeah,
That's funny. How's everybody doing, man? Hey, how you feeling, Hawk?
man, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Despite the midst of the flu going around, man, I'm doing well, man. Doing
Yes,
good.
the flu is going
How
around.
how are you, Jacques?
I'm good, man. Like you said, with all this sickness and flu and craziness going on, we just maintaining ready to get to Sunday. Or at least let me say, not Sunday. I'm ready to get to Friday, the weekend, because you know
Okay.
how it is.
Yeah,
TJF
man,
Friday, man. So
Yes, sir.
definitely.
So we got
Man,
23 people in the chat. Who we got out there, man?
got Latoya P in the building. She
Latoya
says,
P.
"Good evening, good evening."
Early.
Hey, we got our boy Jeremy in the building. He says, "My boys, give me some positivity for this game. We got some stuff we'll cook."
We do. We sure do.
Rodney,
Rodney G.
what up, brother? We got Rizzy _above. Keep up the good content, fellas. Tighten up. Hey,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, bro.
Tighten up.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We got
appreciate
Rossi
that.
in the building. He says,
Rossi.
snap, let's
Rossi.
do it.
Check out
man.
his show, folks. Check him
Yes.
out.
Yes, sir. Sean Britton. Also, by the way, Rossi, I want to give Rossi a shout out real quick. Rossi, he breaks breaking news. And Rossi, keep up the good work, man. I seen you on Twitter, man, and you were getting some heat for that, bro. But keep up the good work. You keep doing what you're doing. Just let me say that. We got Rocky Yeet in the building. He
Rocky
says, "What's
Yeet.
up, guys?"
What up?
We got Mark something. I think this is Mark. Yep,
in
Mark
the
something.
building.
What up? We got CJ2K, man. He says, "Yes, sir. Let's go."
Yes,
We
sir,
got Jake Bryan
CJ2K.
in the building. He
Jay
says,
Breezy.
"Tighten up." We got LG in the
LG.
building. What up, bro?
Part
What is
two. What
up?
up?
We got James Rogers in the building. He said, "Let's go.
In
Let's
the
go."
building.
We got
In the
Marky J
building.
in the building. What up, Mark Jones?
Go
Tighten
Vols,
ups and
yep.
go Vols. There you go.
Yeah, man. Yep.
There you go. Rodney Gill. He said, "I finally
Hey,
caught y'all at the right
You
time."
here? You here with us live, bro?
Yes, sir. My boy Brian. What up, bro? Tighten up. Hit me up,
What's
bro.
up? What up?
Hit me up. Zachy C in the building. What up, brother?
ZC, you know how we do, Zach.
Yes, sir. Titan Fox. What's up? He said, "Tighten up, boy. Stay healthy." You
Hey, go
already
that
know.
boy
We
Fox.
got to,
Yes,
man.
sir.
We
Yep.
got to. Alex, what up? What up? What up? We got
AM, not PM. AM, what up?
Right. JS75 in the building. We got Jeremiah. Man, they coming
Jeremiah.
in. They coming in. Let me see. What else we got? Man, they coming in, Hawk. Let me see. We got James Rogers. Yes,
Yes,
sir. Richie Rich.
What up, Ricky? What's
Ricky
popping,
Rich
bro?
in the building. Ian
Yes,
in the
sir.
building,
Yes,
brother.
sir. What up,
What
Ian?
is
What's
up?
good,
What is
bro?
up?
IT.
Yes,
What up?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
So,
we got
Obi.
Okay, all right.
T.O.,
tighten
the
up.
real T.O. What up?
Yes, sir. We got Austin Gamer 24/7. If Malik starting, that's a concern. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yep.
We got Solomon in the building. He says, "Tighten up, guys.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
in here
Yes,
early,
sir. In early.
making
Hey, man,
me work early."
We appreciate everybody joining on the show, man. We really do, man. So, as you all know, we got to talk about this Titans and Chiefs game, this pregame. I'm sure some of you are concerned, on this game, man. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to unravel some things that could be interesting for this game. But first of all, man, before we get started, man, we do have a special guest today. He's been a guest on our show. This is his third time on our show. He's been great, man. We really enjoy him. You're coming to our show. This guy, a big-time Chiefs fan, podcaster for the Chiefs as well, too, man. So we want to go ahead and bring him on, man. His name is Ryan G, man. Y'all got to check him out. Check him out on Instagram. There you go. There you all see it there. TRG Holmes KC. Check him out on Instagram. He is also the host of What Do You Want to Talk About podcast. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. So without further ado, Ryan, what's up, bro?
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. It's it's our anniversary. It's actually like almost a year, spot on. And
Yeah.
if y'all remember, I pretty much called it last year what it was going to be when y'all played. It's like I knew, I could feel it. We were just not right. I feel like we were kind of a lot like the Bengals are this year, like that hangover.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it should be a pretty good one.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I feel a little better this year.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Absolutely, man. So yeah, y'all. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get cooking again. If you want to check out his podcast, the information is in the description, man. And check it out. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. So So we're gonna go ahead and get started, folks. And if you all have questions, of course, you can throw it at us. You know how we do, man. So, Jacques, I'm gonna come
Yes,
to you
sir.
first, bro. So
All right.
I know you do your research just like I do, man. I know we're ready to talk about this, man. So I'm sure the Kansas City Chiefs are favored. Have not seen the line yet. Maybe we can check it while we're at the show. But give us some reasons. Maybe give us 2 reasons why we can beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. Absolutely. And real quick, I just want to bring this stat up. I think the Chiefs are 2-4 against the AFC South. I believe so. You can fact check me, but I think so.
Okay.
But you said 2 reasons, right?
Yep.
One reason I'm going to go to our defense, right? I think, like you just put the stat up there before the show, whatever. We're going to talk about it. Our defense went from, I think we were like, 26th, 27th to 15th in total defense, right? Okay. Now, that includes rushing. We're the number 2 rushing defense in the league, okay? 24 passing, but 15 in total, okay?
Yep.
Now, in order for us to stay in this game, because you look at the Chiefs' offense, they're number 2. I mean, literally, their offense is amazing. Probably right after the Eagles or whoever. But number 2 in total offense, 2 in passing, 23 in rushing, number 1 in scoring, okay? High power. All right. Our defensive line, the trenches, right? If one reason and one way we can win this game is getting pressure on that boy, Patrick Mahomes, like we did last year, okay?
Yep.
We had Patrick Mahomes frustrated. We had him on skates. We had him just frustrated. I've never seen Patrick Mahomes that super frustrated. But when you get pressure on him, you can make him make mistakes, right? Defense is going to have to play a pivotal part in everything going forward down the road. Good thing is we get Molden back, right? It was in the slot. You push McCrary on the outside, you're good. Yeah, you got Jeffery Simmons. I think he's listed as questionable on the depth chart. I mean, on the injury report right now. But I think he'll play. That's just I think they're just giving him extra rest so he can get ready for the game. But with the Chiefs' offensive line, they're better, but you can still get pressure on them. And the way the Titans are playing on defense, they're playing quick, they're playing aggressive. Get to Patrick Mahomes, win up the battle up front, you can win this game. Create turnovers, you can win this game. Okay?
Facts, no paper.
Now, let's go to the offensive side of the ball. We don't know if Tannehill is going to play. He's on the injury report too. I don't think he practiced at all today, right? I think he says it's an ankle, but I think to me it's more than an ankle. I think it might be a little bit something more serious. But before I continue, we got a super chat.
Okay. All right.
We got.
Okay.
Titans South.
Titans South.
It's coming up. He says KC 12 points favorites. Titans D holds them to 12. Okay, 100. Titans South with the $2 super chat. Hulk.
Titans South. Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Titans South in the building early. Thank you, Titans South.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So thank you. Like, and if you any super chats we get, we stop the show. We're gonna shout you out right there. 100%. But anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. So with on the opposite side, let's go to the offensive side of the ball, right? How can we keep up with the Chiefs' high-powered offense, right? Like I said, with the defense we have, we can literally stop anybody, but our offense is our biggest concern. I honestly think, and this is a topic we're going to talk about in the show. I know we're going to bring it up. It's Malik or Tannehill starting. Whoever's back there starting, I don't care. Balance, right? You can run on the Chiefs, actually. Their defense is good. Don't get me wrong. But you can still actually run on the Chiefs.
You have to run on the Chiefs.
Yes, there you go.
Yep.
You can run on the Chiefs. I know y'all got Justin Reed. I know y'all got the kid from Fayetteville State. I know y'all got a couple of key pieces that y'all brought in. But when I was going back, looking at film, looking at other games, I was like, okay.
Look at the Raiders game. The Raiders game is the game. If you want the blueprint, that's the blueprint.
Yes.
At least for on offense.
Yes.
You know what you got to do to the Chiefs as an offensive team, and really they held us in check and kind of made us make some mistakes.
Uh-huh.
And Mahomes has made some kind of silly throws this year, but because he's got several new receivers,
Mm-hmm. Right. Y'all got Juju, you got Sky Moore, literally, all like you said, Ryan, all these games that I watched, there was some type of mistake that was made, right? So
they're unable to improvise. So McCole Hardman, he's like the one kind of returning receiver.
Yes.
He's fine, I guess. So whatever. He can't improvise. You know what I mean? Like, he's fine if the play is specifically drawn up for him. Once that I've seen it over and over. The Bills game at the end of the game where Mahomes threw that pick. that's lack of improv. That's when other guys, Tyreek or, would break off, or Kelsey's so good at it, where they break off the route and find an open spot and sit down and get, where he can find them on the run once Mahomes out. So, like, there's going to be opportunities for the Titans to capitalize off that stuff.
Yep.
Big time. And then on when the Titans have the ball, like, Jacobs just ran it. You run hard straight at the Chiefs. You can't. Yeah. We're fast this year. It's different in the years past. We're younger. We're faster. Willie Gay and Bolton. Bolton is a dog on a middle linebacker. He's good, very good. And so, in my opinion, the teams that have run the ball against us well have just gone, you got to go straight at us. It's, it has to kind of make it ugly, turn it into a heavyweight fight. Like the Bills game was one of the most beautiful. Whether we lost, it was a beautiful football game. Like, that was you just got two juggernauts in there slugging it out like close range. It was amazing. That's everything you want.
Yep. Yeah. So that's my two ways. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, man, I agree. It is that's the medicine here for us as far as beating the Chiefs is by running the football. And I will say this too, Ryan. I don't know. So when I played college football, I had a teammate of mine. His son plays for the Chiefs. He's a defensive lineman. His name was Malik Herring. He was born while we were playing ball, man. So it's kind of cool to see that,
That's
him
wild.
making the team and being there. Yeah, from Georgia, man. But I would say, man, more than anything, it's on the king running the football. Derrick Henry has had over 100 yards rushing over the last 5 games, and that's really been the biggest success that we've had. When I look at the Chiefs' defensive line, I look at, Karlaftis, the George Karlaftis guy. I've seen Derek Nottie out there, right? So, of course, you got Chris Jones, who is the mentor of Jeffery Simmons, right, from Mississippi State. But, run in the middle. That's where the success can be for us. And I think more than anything, y'all, it's time of possession. We know Kansas City's going to score the football, okay? Mm-hmm. And, again, they lead the league in almost 32 points a game. They're number one in the league in points. And so, that does account for something, right? And so for us, our points have picked up a bit, but we're still not at Kansas City level as far as scoring. We're 24th in the league at 18.9 points a game. So we got to keep Mahomes off the field, okay? We got to keep him off the field. I really like the way that our defense is playing, especially our DBs of late. Christian Fulton has been really stepping it up lately. The offensive line, Creed Humphrey is the best center in the league. I mean, that's just flat out what it is. But, you can challenge, the other linemen that they have, like Thuney. I've seen tape of them. Trey Smith, the former UT Vol, pretty good. But, I think where we can win the battle is on the right side with Andrew Wiley. We can go around the corner and, get some sacks with Bud Dupree and those things. So we have to frustrate Patrick Mahomes and even Eric Bieniemy. We got to get them arguing like they did against the Colts. It was amazing how the Indianapolis Colts beat the Chiefs, man. A lot of it was just being more aggressive. They were just more aggressive than the Chiefs.
In the trenches.
We have to play that same way. Exactly, in the trenches. So we got to play that exact same way for sure.
You got to muddy it up. Also, Brown is not – I mean, he's had moments where he's been just he's gotten killed, in a couple of games. So, and if we don't establish a running game, you've seen, I mean, that's no secret. Andy Reid's never been one to do that. And if anything, if you could ever criticize one thing about Andy Reid, it is that, like, he will abandon the run. And let's say you guys get a quick lead on us or something like that, and then start running that ball.
Yeah.
And we can't do what we do. I mean, that's how you make it ugly. And like, you're gonna need more than the running the ball. The Raiders did a good job of setting up one-on-one coverage on the outside and beating one of those young corners deep. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have some big plays. And I think actually, if Tannehill doesn't play, not that I haven't really seen that young kid play other than preseason, but it's how like Taylor Heineke in Washington comes in and has a big game. There's no scouting on him yet, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when there's not a ton of tape on a guy to totally pick everything out, it could be in your guys' favor to not have Ryan Tannehill in there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're gonna talk about that for sure. Absolutely.
And it might get a fire going. You know what I mean? Like, guys start rallying around somebody, and some things get stale. It's just the way it is. Like, and I think that feeling, I don't know what the feeling is there, but I like Tannehill. I always have been a fan of him, but it's been several years now. You're in that kind of same place. Hey, maybe this kid lights a fire in everybody.
Right. For sure.
Exactly.
For sure, man. For sure.
All right.
Yep.
So we're gonna
Good
go
stuff,
ahead.
Ryan. Facts, no paper, sir. Facts,
Yes,
no
sir.
paper.
I'm going to go ahead and pull up some of these comments. See what we got
Okay.
here. So let's say Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Biggest key. Well, give me 1 minute. I'm pulling up. Biggest key is keeping the pressure on Mahomes.
Yes,
I
Zach.
agree with that. Yep. Keep the pressure on him.
Yep.
Let's see. Jeremiah says D-line. What we got here? Right, he says too bad last year. Last year KC is hot, but if we get pressure on Mahomes, he's going to have a flat. Now we can say that, but we're gonna get to the next segment in a minute. Let me get one more comment, and then we're gonna get to the next segment.
Okay.
Let's see. We got Jeffery Simmons gonna eat. Yes, sir. All right. So I think Ryan, I'm gonna come to you next. All right, with this, and say what's up. Yeah, tighten up. There you go.
Tighten up.
There you go.
Tighten up, Junior.
Right. So Ryan. Now, we know that, and then this is going to be an opposite question for you, Hawk, and it's going to be an opposite question for you, Ryan. Ryan, how can the Kansas City Chiefs lose this game? Can they lose this game? And if so, how?
What I've noticed in the games we have lost is special teams. Both games where there was missed field goals and just mistakes. Now, heck, I think our Butker missed one last week. So, I mean, he's, sitting out the 5 games or whatever it was he set out, I think definitely didn't help him by any means. But special teams, if we miss a couple field goals, you guys keep it close, that's bit us this year already. But time of possession, obviously, that's kind of like the simple, I feel like, kind of cop-out answer, though, for me, like for you guys. But I really think, like, if you guys can steal some big plays on offense, like if you can just get a couple of big plays on offense, get a turnover, make Mahomes throw into something, make Juju Smith, fumble the ball, which are both things have happened this year. So it's not like it couldn't happen, but the big passing plays on offense or like big running plays, that's where I think you guys really can be able to start get the lead like the Chiefs do. We get a lead on people. Once we get a lead, people have a real problem because we start blitzing like crazy. And so, you guys get a lead. You're talking about the pressure and getting Mahomes flustered. You get the lead, bring the pressure, then that creates problems.
Okay. I like it. Now, next, Hawk, I'm going to come to you with the same question, but from a Titans perspective. So how can the Titans lose this game to the Chiefs?
We can lose very easily in this game. I'm dead up serious. And it's because of these 2 reasons here, man. This guy here to this guy here, right? Again, this guy to this guy. Simple. Travis Kelce is playing out of his mind. Has been his whole career, right? Travis Kelce putting up receivers.
As good as it gets.
It does. Good as it gets. Travis Kelce is amazing, okay? And I'll give the Titans credit on defense. We've done a really good job on tight ends. We do miss Dane Cruikshank because he shut him down last year. Travis Kelce had 1 catch against us last year. No, 2 catches, but it didn't, it was like 15 yards. It wasn't much. But I think this year, man, right now, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. I'd argue anyone in that regard, man. Patrick Mahomes is the problem. And if we don't score enough points, we're not winning this football game. It's simple as that. Can we outscore the Chiefs? And that's going to be a tall challenge. Kansas City scores 31 points a game. That's unbelievable, right? Yeah. That's not average. And we're talking 8 games that they've played, right? So, I think our defense will hold as much as they can. I don't think Kansas City will score 31 points against our defense. Right. They'll get close. But can we score 27 points? That I don't know because we don't know who's going to play quarterback. All 3 of us can start at wide receiver for the Titans right now. Our receivers are the worst in the NFL, our starting receiving core. And for those in the comment section, if y'all agree with that, man, hey, put agree on there, man. I'm telling you, that is the problem. What's so crazy is without Tyreek Hill, the Kansas City Chiefs had bigger plays this year than they had last year with Tyreek Hill versus not having them, right? Mecole Hardman, he's playing well. Marquise Valdez-Scantling led the league last year in yards per catch. He's still producing. Juju Smith-Schuster producing. Sky Moore producing. Now you guys got Kadarius Toney. Now and then Travis Kelce. So you all have weapons. We don't. So the key is can we match scoring? If we can't, we lose. It's just that simple. We got to stop 15, man. He can't get hot. And last year we did that. Kansas City only had 3 points. I don't know how it happened, but it did.
That was crazy.
Yep. Yeah, man. So that's how, man, for sure. So So Ryan, I got a question for you, man. So overall, man, who do we need to watch out for as who is who do you think overall that we need to watch out for the Kansas City Chiefs? Who should we be afraid of going into this game?
Again, obviously the easy answer is Kelsey, so I'm going to go with, something else. Man, and I'll say this. I tell people this in Kansas City all the time that maybe just started being fans after we got good and everything. Like, people really, and that aren't fans, they need to appreciate what Mahomes and Kelsey are doing, because this is a once in a life. This is Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison. This is top of the food chain football. It's art. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's perfect when the way Kelsey runs his routes, the way they're in sync. It's perfect. But Juju Smith-Schuster, if you look at the last 2 weeks, him and Mahomes are getting something going, man. He's finding open spots. And I went to the Chargers game. Schuster is huge. He is not a small – he's huge. He's a monster of a man. In space, he's a problem. I really wasn't thrilled about that signing in the offseason. I thought he'd bring drama or this and that, or maybe he's soft. But the last 2 games, he's kind of been able to find the gaps in the defense and sit down and wait for Mahomes to come to him. And he's been able to get yards after the catch like crazy. I mean, him and Scantling had 100 yards last week each. So,
gotcha. Facts, no paper. That's right. That's right, man. So, Jacques, I'm gonna swing that question to you. Who should we be worried about, man, for the Chiefs?
I'm gonna keep it simple, stupid. Pat. Watch out for Pat. Pat controls the narrative. I mean, he controls what they do on offense. If Pat's not having a productive day, he'll figure it out. But if he's not having a productive day, the same thing will happen how it did last year, 27-3, right? Pat has to get this offense going. It runs through him. And if you can get to him, boom. But if you don't, like Ryan and Hawk, you said, he's done better this year than he did last year. And he's distributing the ball in an even way that is really perplexing. It just makes him, like you said, one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. And I don't understand. Some Chiefs fans were kind of tripping, like, "Wow, we don't think he's good." I'm like, no, stop.
Yeah.
Y'all
really
stop. Right. Y'all have a generational talent. And just some of the things
this is why you are a fan.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, this is why I've been a fan my whole life, waiting for this moment.
Exactly. So I just think it runs through Mahomes, and we have to be on our P's and Q's when we play Mahomes. So for me, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. So I'm gonna answer that same question, man. So I know we talked a lot about the offense. Let me tell you a guy that I have some concerns about. In the last 3 games, he's been a menace. It's this guy, Chris Jones, right? Mm-hmm. Chris Jones, there's always going to be debates on who's the best defensive tackle. Of course, Aaron Donald's one. And it's between him and Jeffery Simmons, the former teammates. He was a senior when Jeffery Simmons was a sophomore. Mississippi State, they produced as Danico Autry was his pro fight, so to speak, right? So Chris Jones is a problem. When he's not lazy, he's unreal, right? And lately, he's been doing a really good job, not only sacking the quarterback, but stopping the run. Kansas City's defense, surprisingly, has been picking it up of late. Now, when you look at overall, as far as what they do, overall, their rush defense, they're number 3 in the league in rush defense.
Right,
number 3, right? Number 3. We're number 2. They're number 3. So this is going to be a slob knocker of a game. What's so crazy is their pass defense is terrible. 30th in the league in pass defense. But they stop the run very well. And what do? We run the ball. So it's on Chris Jones. If he does what he's been normally doing, we're not going to win this game. But if we can get through to Chris Jones and we make the right blocks, Ben Jones is going to step it up. And I have no worries about Ben Jones, but he's got a battle. He's got a battle with Chris Jones. So that's what I think, man, for sure.
Got it. Now, this is going to be a 2-parter. Ryan, from your perspective, from a Chiefs perspective, who's going to have a big game for the Chiefs?
Man, I'm curious to see on the defensive end. I really think, Nick Bolton every single week seems to he's everywhere, and when he's one of those guys in the middle that when he hits people, he brings it every single play. He wraps up, Willie Gay is another one on defense that every single time. But Isaiah Pacheco on offense is a sneaky one to watch. Shout out to him, 7th round pick. You know what I mean? Like kind of out of nowhere. I don't think people were trying to say, oh, he's the next Tyreek. It's not a good comparison to me because he's just like a hard, fast, kind of good at screen passes, kind of throw him in and do different things with him. But I think he could have a big game because obviously you guys know you're going to need to stop the run or stop the pass and, set up screen passes, things like that. So I could see somebody like that having a big game that maybe, they take away Kelsey, you're playing tough on the outside and maybe sneak some screen passes in.
Got it. Great breakdown. Great breakdown, Ryan. Now that goes from you from a Titans perspective. Who you think will have a big game for the Titans?
Those in the comment section, I want you all to take 3 deep breaths right now before I answer this question. I want you to take three, like, because you all are not going to believe who I think is going to have a big game for the Tennessee Titans. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I don't know if y'all ready. Y'all, this might be.
Don't we start some controversy?
This might be controversial. Man. You know who's going to have a big game for the Tennessee Titans?
I know who you're talking about.
Malik Willis.
I knew you was going to say that.
Y'all see that in the comment section? Do y'all see that?
I knew he was going to say that.
Y'all see that? All right, so why do I say that? He just had 55 yards passing the last game, okay? Now, a big game for Malik Willis could be 150 yards passing or whatever. Fine. But he has to play well for us to win. He's going to start. I mean, the report hadn't come out yet. He's going to start. And I felt that when I saw Tannehill, I said, hey, he's going to probably be gone for about 2 weeks. There's opportunities for Malik Willis to do well in this game. I've watched 4 of the Kansas City Chiefs games in depth, okay? Matt Ryan looked like Joe Montana out there, okay? And when I look at Malik Willis, Kansas City's defense, they run a lot upfield because they are a speedy defense. They're fast, right? Even their linebackers cover extremely well. Nick Bolton, hey, he does extremely well in coverage too. But what does that mean? If we could get past the blitz, because they blitz a lot, what's open? The running lanes for Malik Willis, right? This is a game Malik Willis is going to have to run the ball, okay? There's going to be time to throw the ball. And when you look at Kansas City's pass defense, you can pass on the Kansas City Chiefs. You can. Kansas City, again, ranked 30th in the league in pass defense. 30th. That's worse than us, right? They sacked the quarterback pretty well, but most of the quarterbacks that they played have been statue quarterbacks. Now, I know what I'm saying is crazy. It sounds crazy, and I might be completely wrong. Malik Willis might get benched this game, right? You just never know. But I think the opportunities will present themselves for him to have a great game this game. I'm not saying 200 yards, 250, and 3 touchdowns. I'm not saying that. If Malik Willis can give us 150 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and 1 rushing touchdown, that's an incredible game from a 3rd-round rookie in his 2nd start. Believe what I'm telling you. I think Malik Willis will have a good game this game. And, hey, Frank Clark, well, that's right. They don't have Frank Clark, right? Because Frank Clark is suspended. You know what I'm saying? So he's not playing for 4 games, right? So they got Carlos Dunlap too. And he's pretty good. But that's who's stepping in his spot. But we can get through the defensive line. We have a good opportunity. Malik Willis has a good opportunity. I might be completely wrong. He might have a terrible game. But don't be surprised if he does well this game. He'll do better this game than he did the last game. So that's who I'm going with. Number 7, MW7. Let's go. What about you, Jacques?
I like it. For me, I'm going to give it to the defensive line. I'm actually going to give it. I think the defensive line is going to have a big game. Let's sort of mimic what they did last game. I think along with them, I think your secondary is going to have a good time too. But I think your defensive line is just going to get stronger and stronger as the game go on. And it starts with really Bud Dupree. And Bud Dupree gets, and then we get Rashad Weaver back. So we have him back in the rotation. So you have a rotation of guys that's just hungry and crazy. As Bud Dupree says, they play like goons. And they do. They play very well. I was just watching the Texans in the Philly game. The Texans had more yards and they scored more points against Philadelphia than they did against the Tennessee Titans. And they scored a bum touchdown at the end of our game. So it just tells me that our defense is picking it up. And I just expect our defense to have a big game. And I know I didn't do individual, but I'm just talking about defense as a whole. So that's for me.
And Dupree's had success in Pittsburgh and in Tennessee against Mahomes.
Yep.
It really, and that matters.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does matter. It does matter for sure. So we got several people saying different names like David Long, Kevin Byard, NWY, Dontrell Hilliard. I like the Dontrell Hilliard pick. Of course, Derrick Henry. Like I said, run Palooza, right? We got to run on them. You know what I mean? But they're a good run defense, man. That's what Kansas City does now. They stop the run.
But don't you think, I mean, you're going to have to take shots. The kid's going to have to take shots. You have to. Because what's he really, if you think about it, what's he got to lose?
Nothing.
Right.
He's supposed to lose this game. You're down. You're a 12-point dog.
Yep.
Man, let it hang out. Let it hang out. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I would go into that game. If I'm any and I guarantee you that's what those leaders are saying. Like, hey, they think we're going to get smoked. Let's show them. You know what I mean? Let's go show them what's up.
That's right. That's right, man. That's right. That's right. So, well, cool, y'all. Well, we're going to go to our favorite part of the show, y'all. As you all know, again, this is the live chop up. So we want to give you all an opportunity to sit at the dinner table. We want to give you all the opportunity to ask us questions. Chop it up, man. Chop up the ingredients. Put it on the dish, man, and give us some questions. So we're going to fire off some questions. We're going to answer them. Hey, throw some questions to Ryan as well, man, on this part. Again, we're going to answer as many questions as we can. So let's get it.
So Titans Fight, what news did I miss about Tannehill? Tannehill didn't practice today.
Yep.
Tannehill did not practice today. And we know that's the same carbon copy that happened last week. So if you didn't practice today, it's kind of tells me he might not play, especially on a Wednesday. Now, I don't know. Yep. Now, Kobe says, I guess this is a question for you, Hawk. Who is Malik going to throw to?
Me. I know. Zero. Kobe, you're right, 100%. But what was the key statement that I made in that, right? Not so much who he's throwing it to. He's going to have to run the ball. He's going to have to run and then improvise. And now I will tell you, the last game against the Texans, there were a few plays. The receivers, though they were some average guys, they were open. You know, you got to get Chig involved. I think that's a key component. Get Chig on the field. He's talented. Get him on the field. Get Austin Hooper. Those two guys are okay. The receivers, not so much. But he's going to have to improvise and make things happen. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I think the opportunity is there for him.
Right. Zach C says, how many yards does Henry to get the win? Well, statistically, they say once Henry runs for 100 yards, the Titans usually win the game. So he needs 100 yards to win the game. And Titan Fox, if I missed your comment, my bad. But if you answer that, kudos to you. All right, let's see. Tennessee T, let's see what we got. The think Chig will have more of a role this week. Hawk, do you think he'll have more of a role this week?
He better.
Yes.
The answer is yes. Yes, I do. Yes.
Yep. So, Mark Jones, when is Burks or Racy coming back? I heard Burks might be back next week, I believe.
Yeah.
The Broncos.
The Denver game. That's what I've heard.
And Racy, I don't know. I have not heard a word about Racy. I don't think Racy might not be coming back, man. The way everything is going. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see. We get a good one here. Yeah, everybody's asking when Burks is coming back. And Ryan, you know who Burks is. It's Traylon Burks. He's our receiver that when we traded A.J. Brown, we ended up picking up. Yeah, so yeah.
That was not a good trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, man.
That's my question. Is coaching staff and everything. Hold on. Okay, let me. While you doing that, let me find your. Okay, I think Tyson Fox will be bringing some heat. Let me see something.
Okay. That was a great comment that just posted too, man. Is we have to allow Malik Willis. They got to allow him to get some plays to his strengths. Agreed. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I think they have no choice. If we're trying to win this game, we ain't got no choice.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, I got a question for everybody, every Titan fan, everyone. How long does Vrabel get to keep just being good? I think Vrabel's a fine coach. All of that. I love his energy. I think he's a great leader. But how long can they just keep being good? You know?
Yeah.
So, Ryan, that question actually came up last week. Hawk, do you remember that question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, a lot of people are starting to ask that particular question. Ryan, you're not the only one that's asking that question. We had a similar question that came up last week where one of our subscribers asked kind of in a different way, but they asked it. Hawk, I'm going to let you take this one. I give my spiel. And guys, in the comment section, if you understand what Ryan's saying, how long can we just accept being great? We're trying to get to the Chiefs level, right? We're trying to get where y'all at, right, Ryan?
I mean, yeah, that's why you play.
And we
So-
haven't done, go ahead, Hawk. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we'll have him as long as he keeps winning. So it's not on Mike Vrabel. Vrabel can have us out there playing and we still win ball games. It's not on Mike Vrabel. It's on John Robinson. It's on this guy, our GM, right? So Vrabel will coach the talent that we have, and we don't have talent, and we're still winning ball games. So if we're winning with non-talent, then Vrabel's fine. It's on J-Rob. I don't think Mike Vrabel's in this equation at all. I don't.
Good.
The team we have now is not a Super Bowl winning team. We don't have the talent to win the Super Bowl. We're 5-2. We're the number 2 seed in the AFC. We're above Kansas City. Think about that. Kansas City's the 3 seed. We're the 2 seed. You know what I'm saying? So what does help us, I'm not going to lie, the AFC South is a terrible division. That does help us. I'm not going to lie. It does. But that is what it is. We can't control that. So it's not on Vrabel. It's on John Robinson. It's on him.
And I'm going to add to that. You keep putting that product out there, John, people are going to start getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's just what it is. I'm a season ticket holder. I've invested my money into your product. And if I keep seeing bull crap on the field, then that tells me to say, hey, I'm done. You can have these tickets. I'll watch it from the house. So I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. Let's see what the ship goes. My boy Brian got a question for you, Ryan. He says, this is a question for Ryan. Do you think the Chiefs could compete with the Bills in the playoffs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll beat the Bills in the playoffs. Reason being is our secondary was all banged up that game. We just, every time those two teams play, you can count on it for the next 10 years. It's going to be that game. It's going to be just like the playoff game. It's going to be a fight, a heavyweight fight. That's it's Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, the old days all over again. Yeah. It's just going to be that way. Now, obviously, you'd rather play in Kansas City than go up to Buffalo. But, I mean, I think honestly, it'll be a coin flip no matter what. I think that both teams can beat the other one any given day of the week. But I do think Mahomes is a better quarterback than Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's good. You let him get cooking. You let him running around and stuff because he's a monster. Like, let him start getting rushing yards on you, you have a problem. But I think, absolutely, we can beat him. And we were missing Willie Gay for that game.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
I think y'all will beat him. I think y'all will beat him. And I think y'all will beat him with some authority next time. Like, I'm with you. Josh Allen and Hawk, I can't stand the Bills. Shout out to Rico, but I can't stand the Bills. I rock with the Chiefs more than I rock with the Bills. And so Mark something to ask, should we rest Tannehill with the hopes of him being more healthier for some of the winnable games coming up, like Cincy and Denver and et cetera? Hawk, do you think we should rest him or play him?
We should rest them. Mark, I agree with you. Yes, rest them. Rest them this game. Rest them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want us to lose, but 5-3, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the Chiefs. It's not an AFC South game. It's an AFC game, yes. But rest them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, give him some opportunities. Hey, why not, man? Give him a try. Get him some experience while you can. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. Rest them. Right. Yes.
Right. And Titan Fox, I see your comment. I had to go back to it. It was a real nice comment of what Titan Fox said about the health of Ryan Tannehill. So shout out to you. Let me see.
I think somebody got a question for Ryan.
Let me see. Did I miss it?
Let's see. Zach Carpenter.
Yep, there we go. I see it. Yep. Hey, Ryan, on a scale from 1 to 10, how confident are you that the Chiefs are going to win?
12. No, and I'll tell you straight up. I'll tell you straight up, and like I did last year, I told you last year we are not going to win. I told you last year we were going to lose that game. So it's not. I'm a homer, but I'm a very realistic fan. I don't pull punches. Man, that game last week against the 49ers, the Chiefs, that was crazy. They turned up big time in that game, and it wasn't looking great. If you watch these games, we're not fast starters. We almost always go down early, but they put their foot on their throat and did not even let them breathe. You know what I mean? But again, I feel like with that, the chance that you guys have is with that. Let that kid play some ball. Let him get running around. It's almost better if things turned into chaos for that kid and he can't think. Yeah, just get running around. Making plays, broken plays where he can hit somebody deep or scramble, get some big yards, make the Chiefs kind of start guessing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's big facts. Man, let him be Pat Mahomes. I've seen him do some Patrick Mahomes type stuff. The boy can throw
exactly. That's what the league is now. That's what the NFL is. That's who wins now. Is like the slow standstill quarterbacks. That's when Tannehill's even good. If something kind of breaks down and you give him some room to run, that's what made Alex Smith good. Is that he could, when a play was breaking down, he could run. He couldn't throw, but he could run.
Yeah,
right.
For sure, man.
Right. Mark Johnson says, and go back to, hey, I'm just saying, if I've invested in your product, man, you gotta produce, man. I pay too much money as a season ticket holder to come there and see trash. I don't want to keep getting up early in the morning, having to fight traffic, pay expensive money to eat at the games and everything to see my offensive coordinator not do nothing. Yeah. I'm tired of it.
Ryan, I'll tell you this, man. The Titans, comparative to the Chiefs, offensively, we're a very boring football team.
Oh, yes.
Versus the Chiefs is very exciting. But
I know I've watched y'all. This is the third straight year I got to watch y'all.
Yeah, I got you, man. I know. But, in the same breath, you got talent. You got Pat Mahomes. You got Travis Kelce.
I've been where you guys were. Do you guys remember? I remember I was a season ticket holder when I bought season tickets when Scott Pioli and Matt Castle came to Kansas City. And this is it. We're going to win, guys. Yeah. And we sucked. We sucked so bad. It sucked. You know what I mean? And it sucked. And it was horrible. And Andy Reid, even with Alex Smith, it was like we were right. I said this last time, like we were right where you guys were. It's like we were right there, but we couldn't get everything together. We had Bob Sutton just blowing games in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And Bob Sutton lost a game with Mariota with you guys. Mariota running over Derrick Johnson, freaking whatever that was. But you guys aren't far away, and that's what sucks. I know how it feels to be right there where your team, you're like, dang, why aren't we good? Like, we're right there, and you just keep screwing it up. It wasn't until we got the young GM. His name's on the tip of my tongue right now, but we got the young GM that started taking these crazy chances. Like, think about what you got from Tyreek Hill. He was a 5th-round pick. Now, he was a huge part of us winning a Super Bowl. Incredible talent. But we just got like 5 more draft picks for him. It was just part of the trade we just got for this kid. We just traded 2 of those draft picks for this receiver, what I'm saying, which was a 1st-round pick. So now we're getting 1st-round talent from a 5th-round pick. It's, these young GMs are doing stuff. You know what I mean? They're taking chances, and you got to do it. They're looking at it almost like a monopoly board, as opposed to, dude. Do the Rams even have a salary cap?
Nope, I don't think so.
They don't care, bro.
Exactly.
Nope. They don't care. They figure it out later.
Yep. Sean McVay said he's going to retire once the big 4 or 3 is once they're gone. He's out. He said, I won my Super Bowl. I've done what I needed to do, and I'm done. So, great point. LG asked, question for Jock and Hawk. What's the status of Henry? I read he was limited in practice today. I think they're just giving him rest for his foot. I don't think nothing's wrong with his foot.
There it is right there. My foot is fine. Nothing to panic about. So so Jacques knows I was pissed off.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you I was real pissed off at Derrick Henry. Very pissed off when I heard about injured foot. I say that to say Derrick Henry had the ball 33 times last game and did not want to stop. I think the coaches wanted to sit him down. He said no. He's like Kobe Bryant, man. I'm telling you, he has a Mamba mentality. And he quotes Kobe all the time, and I think that's his mindset. Like, I'm cooking. Don't take the cook out of the kitchen. I'm cooking. And I was like, Derrick, sit down. Calm down. We need you, bro. Put Hassan Haskins in the game. Put Dontrell Hilliard. Hilliard had a hell of a game. Of course I want Derrick Henry to run. Of course. I got his jersey on. Of course I want him to. But, man, hey, at some point, hey, Brad, sit down for a minute. Rest. Before you get hurt. You're not a robot.
Right.
But I heard he's okay.
Hey, Titans Fox says, I was here for Jake Locker and Blake Bortles. Well, me and Hawk was here for Billy Vodick, Matt Hasselbeck, Rusty Smith. Who else, Hawk?
So many. Charlie Whitehurst.
Charlie Whitehurst. Man. I'm trying to think. Who else? It's been a lot of little Titans quarterbacks that we've been. I've been a Titans fan since '97. Okay, was when they were the Oilers. So I can even go back to them days. So we know the pain.
Yeah. And I remember that like 100% vividly. I know all of that back in the time. Yeah. And I was like, boy, we went a string.
Y'all are Kansas City South, honestly. Yeah. It's really just Kansas City South.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember One of the first big time games I ever remember was Chiefs Oilers in the playoffs. Keith Cash catching a touchdown, throwing it at the painting of Buddy Ryan on the thing, man. Like I was a little, I remember that like it was, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, man.
Now, there's a big topic that came up earlier in the week about Jeffery Simmons. And I don't think anybody has asked it in the comment section or anything.
Surprisingly.
Yet, okay. So I'm about to start a hornet's nest. Now, guys, did you hear what Jeffery Simmons said? And what he said, Hawk, looked like you're trying to find it. But I can't say it verbatim, but it sounds like he basically said the Titans said that we can't pay you what you want, right? Now, does this smell like an A.J. Brown situation? Do we need to hit the panic button now? Or can we coast into the offseason and say we're okay, we can franchise tag him and la. What do you think, Hawk? And Ryan, you can even chime in with this. And guys in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Should we pay him? Is this an A.J. Brown situation all over? Is this deja vu? Because I know this hasn't came up yet. This is a deep conversation. Go ahead, Hawk.
So shout out to James Crockett. Me and Ryan, Crockett is one of my best friends. We've been friends for 20 plus years. I had a conversation with him today. And that's how I got to know Ryan as well through him. So in the conversation I had with him, and I have a good conversation with a lot of people. Shout out to my boy Brett, man. We had great conversations about the last game. So something he said that I thought was interesting. We better pay Jeffery Simmons. We better pay him, right? So the news is saying that the Titans have admitted to Jeffery Simmons it's going to be very difficult to pay him. So our thoughts the entire time, Jock and I have been talking about this for 2 years strong. We feel that the reason why A.J. Brown is gone is so we can pay Jeffery Simmons. That's the logic, right? And I think that's what it should be. I think it's a smart thing for Jeffery Simmons to stir the pot because he's like, now, look, I done played 7 games. You see what I do out here, right? I'm telling y'all now, y'all better start putting some ingredients in the pot. So I think we will pay him. I think that. If we don't, oh, my gosh. The fan base, ooh-wee. You might have 5 people at the game next year, man. Our whole show, all of our shows might be about that, about Jeffery Simmons. Every show. Welcome. Now let's talk about Jeffery Simmons. It might be like that on every single show. Now, Jeffery Simmons said this. He said, listen, I love where I'm at. I love this organization and most of all my teammates. I'm not worried about a contract. I am focused on winning. Next story, please. Well, we'll see. But I think we'll pay him. What do you think? What about you, Jacques?
Listen, the official says they don't pay Jeffery. It might have to take some time away from football. I've already told you, if they don't pay Jeffery, and like you said, me and you theorize. You've been theorizing for about 2 years of the reason why they let A.J. Brown go was to pay Jeffery, which I mean it makes sense, but like I said, I think they'll figure something out. I think the defense don't want to let him go. So they're going to figure out, hey, we need to work around some bonuses. Hey, take some of my money. Hey, can you take some of his money? Can you take some of his money? Can you do this? Can you do that? In order for us to pay him and continue that big defensive stretch that we have. The problem is, well, the good thing, let me say this. The good thing is Jeffery Simmons is not on Twitter like that. So he's not going to kind of do what AJ did. He's not going to let his ego get in the way and kind of put him out there. But I honestly think we'll figure out a way to pay him. But if, like you said, if we don't, I've already told y'all, you better hide your wife and hide your kids because that's going to be a rated R show that I'm probably going to act a fool on because at that point, you just set your franchise back maybe 5 years, right? By letting go of generational talent. And he's a generational talent. I mean, guys, did you see what he did to the lineman? And he pushed him into Damon Pierce and tackled Damon Pierce with a lineman. I mean, the kid is amazing. He's unbelievable. So, to get rid of somebody like that, he's put in the work, he's put in the talent, he's put in the stats that he needs. Pay the man. Pay him, give him what he want. Give him what he want. What do you think, Ryan? Should we pay him or not? I think, Ryan, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Might be on mute.
You still on mute, Ryan.
We can't hear you.
There you go.
Can you hear him, Hawk?
No, I can't hear him.
I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
While Ryan's getting his audio together, JS, don't make this same mistake like we did with AJ. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Pay that man. Pay him. The man. Pay him. While Ryan's getting it together, Volcano, the sweet Volcano says, Jock and Hawk, who do you think which receivers should go off against the Chiefs? Hawk, which receiver do you think is going to have a big game against the Chiefs?
McCole
Do you
Hardman.
see him?
It'd be McCole Hardman, but it's at the end of the day, it's Travis Kelce, the tight end. But as far as wide receiver to answer the question, it's McCole Hardman, in my opinion.
Okay, for the Titans?
Yep. Oh, he said for the Titans or for us? Oh, my bad.
Against the Chiefs. Yeah. I'll put it up again. Should go off against the Chiefs.
Against the Chiefs. My bad, Volcano.
Yeah.
Nobody. I think if anyone has a chance to be Robert Woods, but I think this might be an Austin Hooper Chig game.
Right. You can sprinkle in some Nick Keenan Westbrook in it. But what did you say? Brandon Devil 2010 said we don't have any receivers to go off. We don't.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, can you hear us?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
There you go.
I like the Dontrell Hilliard answer, by the way. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say about the paying him. If the Chiefs can pay Chris Jones, if the Chiefs can pay Frank Clark, if the Chiefs can pay, I don't know what the heck's happening right there. If the Chiefs can pay all those people, Patrick Mahomes making $500 million.
Yes, right.
Kelce, they just restructured Kelce's contract so that we can make a move. It makes it a little easier when you're winning, I think. But why so now that I know that your GM issue that you have, okay, so why are these issues even happening? You know what I mean? Like, why are we even talking about this stuff, guys? Like, why is this leaving the locker room? You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be leaving the locker room ever. So, you know, that's my thing.
Yeah, I think AJ was like, "Hey Jeff, man, I love it here in Philly, man. You better go get your money, bro. Mississippi till we die, bro. You better get your paper." And Jeff's like, "Man, you right about that, man. So let me stir up something real quick. I'm just speculating, but yeah, I know it's."
You know, I'm gonna say this: the uptick in the play of the defensive line, not just Jeffery Simmons, Strong, Tier Tart, and all those guys. You know how the Titans are. They're like, well, these guys are playing pretty good. If it was just Jeffery Simmons playing pretty good and he was killing the game, it was just him, then I can see them saying, yeah, we're going to pay you. But we got 3 or 4 other guys that can make up the work that you doing. And it's stupid thinking. It's a dumb way to think. But that's how the Titans are thinking. They're thinking cheaply. Like, okay, we got these 3 guys. We can pay these 3 guys. And, Jeff, you can walk. And then these 3 guys are going to make up all the work that you do, which is impossible, right? And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying that's how the Titans think. Like the A.J. Brown trade. They literally swapped out picks. They said, okay, Traylon, you're A.J. Brown 2.0, 3.0, whatever, and A.J. go to Philly. Now we see what's happening in Philly.
Yep.
Just saying, right?
Yep.
I mean, come on now. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, and Ryan, you bring up a point. If Patrick Mahomes is making $500 million and y'all paying everybody else, where are the Titans going wrong? Where are we going wrong?
Man, I'm telling you, these young GMs, they make stuff happen. I don't know what they're doing. You know, it's just they start making crazy moves. And if you notice, they don't care about draft picks. Like the Rams do not care about draft picks. Like, give me the draft pick so I can give them to some other fool that wants the draft pick. Because guess how long it takes for a rookie to get good?
Right. That's right.
You know, so you're wasting money in time on these rookies when you could literally just take those draft picks and, you know, acquire talent.
Yep. That's right,
It's almost like a conservative versus non-conservative thinking. It's like you said, I'm gonna put all my chips and I'm gonna just do what I do, right?
Let's win. Let's win.
That's just what we trying to do, win, right? And Big B
if
says,
you were playing franchise mode in Madden, right?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do before you continue, Ryan. I'm cutting the salary cap off. That's what I do. I cut the salary cap off.
Yeah.
I just keep it real.
Back, man.
Jerry Jones over there.
Exactly, doesn't care. That's right, man. That's right. And we have cornerstone players.
Yes.
We have arguably 2 players in the top 15 in the league in Jeffery Simmons and Derrick Henry. So that's something to build around, right? You got
Derrick Henry's an all-time great.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. A Hall of Famer to be Derrick Henry. All-time great.
First ballot, guaranteed, which is not – that's not something, you know, he's Hall of Famer, whatever. first ballot guaranteed Hall of Famer is not. That's a rare thing to have on your team. Period.
That's right. And there's something that should not be taken for granted. Just like when you say about Patrick Mahomes, I think fans at times take Derrick Henry for granted. Like, when he runs 120 yards, people are, Derrick Henry's falling off. Like, he ran 120 yards. What are you talking about? He fell off.
Our whole team doesn't run for 120 yards.
Exactly.
Ever.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. He runs 200 yards. Like, that's Derrick. Yeah, the 200 yards, that's abnormal.
And this man, he won't be able to walk right in 15 years.
I know, man. I know it. It's his fault.
Earl Campbell.
It's his fault.
Oh, yeah.
It's him.
He knows.
Yep. He won't stop.
So, Big B, I see your comment, bro. He said, after seeing what AJ's doing in Philly, they have to sign Simmons or jobs to be available in their front office.
That's right.
They better.
I definitely think then the problem has to be first, like, Tannehill should get a pay cut. He's got to take a pay cut.
Facts.
And then you got to let that GM go and bring in young blood.
Yep, there you go.
It just does a lot. It does a lot. I mean, the kids, like, the league's changed. It's not what it was, and things are moving fast now. We aren't developing now. How many quarterbacks are getting a year to sit? None. Nobody.
None.
Nobody's coming in with a year to sit other than Mahomes. But, there's no time for that anymore. We are a microwave society, and we don't have time for it.
That's right, man.
Yep.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Volcano, the sweet Volcano asked Jock and Hawk, what do you think our record would be if we beat the Chiefs? Hawk, do you think I think if we beat the Chiefs, that'll give us more confidence. And honestly, guys, we probably, if we can beat the Chiefs, I probably see us winning like 12, maybe 13 games, but maybe 12 or 11 games if we can beat the Chiefs. And if whoever wins this game holds the second seed spot, totally. You hold the tiebreaker, the second seed is yours, solely yours, and it only, I think it flips if tiebreakers, or not tiebreakers, if your record starts to slip or whatever. So if we beat the Chiefs, I can see us winning probably 7 or 8 more games, and then probably losing 1 or 2 after that. But I mean, the rest of the games are winnable. Maybe Philly, but what about you, Hawk?
I'm going to stick what I said in the schedule show. I have us 10-7. I'm going to stick with it. The Titans right now are doing a bit better than what I predicted, but I still think there's some games that you can't keep living by the skin of our teeth. There's going to be games like the Buffalo game that's going to cost us. In Kansas City, averaging 31, almost 32 points a game, that can cost us if we're not careful. You know what I'm saying? So if we win, again, I would be shocked. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, so if those in the comment section, will we win or lose this game? I want to know what you all think. But I think this is going to be a challenge for us. But if we do win, I'm still going to stick by 10-7.
Team leader says, "I'm sorry that's nuts. J. Rob is young. Give me a break. Drop down and ride with Tim Kelly." I get what Ryan is saying. I get what you're saying, Ryan, where you say the young, vibrant talent,
the
almost
way
like a business
thinking.
Yeah, it's a business. It's a business thing. It's just straight business. It's like you taking somebody that own a business and made them into a GM, and they came in and they're running the team like a business. That's what it is.
They're playing chess too. They're playing chess. It's like they're constantly on to the next move, and they're preparing for the next move, and they see the next move, and they know what's coming. Like the Chiefs have known all year they were going to have to get something at receiver. You know what I mean? Like they knew that. They went and did it, but they knew quick, okay, we're going to have to start moving things around, get Kelsey to change his, they changed his to a signing bonus and whatever. Boom. Next thing you know, we got a first-round draft pick coming in a wide receiver. That's crazy. Like
That's right.
Yep. And so realistic. And Big B, my bad, bro. Let me see. Big B says at this point a new GM would be a new breath. I'm kind of over it. And let's see. Hold on. Aiden says we would dominate definitely with Malik, Jock, and Hawk. Hey, we gonna see. And realistically, the game either ends like the Buffalo game or we win by a small margin. So the fans are saying win. They say we gonna win.
I'm seeing that too.
Chiefs L, Eagles L, Chargers L, Cowboys L. So let me say this. I don't see us. We can compete.
Chargers are not that good.
Exactly. We can compete with all these teams. We can compete with all these teams.
Facts, no paper, Jacques.
Yep. I think the defensive, I think people forget about our defense. We have a top 5 defense. The 15th is there, yes, but you have a top 5 defense that's going to keep you in these games. It's your offense that is not that good. It's your offense. You have to put them in a position to say, hey, defense, you need to get an interception, and we need you on our 35 or 45 in order for us to score points. That's how we have to do it. So I just think you got to give your defense a lot more credit. Titans Fox, I think we win with our defense and dominated time possession with the run game, but if they involve Hooper and Chig, we might guarantee it. Okay, I like it. I like it. Zach Carpenter asks, Jock, how confident are you that the Titans win this game? So I'm going to stick with my in-season prediction. I have us losing this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have us getting blown out, but I just don't think offensively we have enough firepower to keep up with the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think you can keep carrying Derrick Henry and say, hey, Derrick, run the ball. 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 Hey, you can't do it at this game. You just can't afford it. And our offensive line, you're playing a better defensive line. You're playing Chiefs defensive line is pretty solid. So, yeah. What about you, Al?
Yeah, I had this predicted as well that we would lose to the Chiefs. Ryan, I know you felt the same as well for this game. I'm not 100% confident because, again, I don't know what we got going out there. I don't know who's going to be at quarterback. The status of Derrick Henry, he said he's fine. Jeffery Simmons is banged up. He didn't practice today. So I don't really know what we're having to put out there on the field. Use this game as a test for number 7. That's what I'm saying about this game. You know what I mean? So I don't have a lot of 32 points a game. I don't really have a lot of confidence that we'll win. And if we do, that's cool. Hey, go for it, right? I'm always going to want us to win. But I got to be real. I can't say we're going to be 17-0. We're going to lose some games. And I got to figure out, okay, which one we'll lose. This might be a game we lose.
Right.
Arrowhead on the Sunday night is a problem. Like Arrowhead, that's another thing. You guys, it's not in Tennessee. Yep. If it was in Tennessee, that's we're talking a whole different ball game. But it's supposed to rain this weekend, which actually would probably help you guys. But either way, it's going to be loud, crazy. Arrowhead at night, it's just, it's just special. It's a special place, loud, crazy.
Ryan, let me ask you this: didn't we beat y'all 2 times at Arrowhead? Yeah, we did.
Night.
We did. At night. Field goal, and I think we put Mario to play. Yeah.
Damn, what's his name? Damn, dude, the guy that's at the he was our kicker.
Brian Suckup.
Yep.
Yeah,
Suckup.
he murdered us every single time y'all came back.
That's right.
Brian Suckup.
But
okay. Yo, go ahead, Ryan.
But it's just the you guys can win, of course, but the odds are stacked. Like if you guys win, all y'all should go buy some damn Powerballs.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
Right. Volcano asks, Jock and Hawk, are y'all worried about the Colts because they can still win the division? No, I'm not.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm not.
Nope.
The Colts
They're benching their quarterback. They just benched their quarterback.
Yeah, not worried about them at all. At all.
Nope, I ain't either. You swept them this year, so you just be good. I understand that, but where we were before the pair, behind the cap, and remember that. Yes, they got us out the hole. They got us to where we are winnable and we're winning games, we're winning playoffs. But when do you get tired of getting beat in the playoffs every year?
Yep.
When
can't do it forever.
When do you get tired? I get tired of watching these games. This has been we've been in the playoffs 5 years in a row? Correct me if I'm wrong. We've lost
6
to y'all
years in a row.
6 years. Okay, we lost to y'all in the AFC Championship. We lost to the Ravens.
Maybe 5, Doc. You might be right. I'm sorry. You might be right.
It's 5.
Five.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was that year we went to the Chiefs. We lost to y'all. Y'all won the Super Bowl. The Ravens, we lost to them. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hawk. I know we lost to the Bengals. Hell, the Tannehill era, we've lost every time in the playoffs. We've won games. The year we went to the AFC Championship, it was because of Derrick Henry and a little bit of Tannehill, but it was really Derrick Henry. And so I get tired of that. Like I said, I put money into this. I went to the game last year when we lost to the Bengals. Guys, I felt like I felt that. And so I'm tired of it. So we need something to get us over the hill. Can they do it? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Spagnuolo was that for the Chiefs. We had Bob Sutton, and it was the same thing. Like, how many times do I got to leave Arrowhead Stadium, like, damn near about to cry? You know what I mean? Like, how many times do I got to cry over football? And then it was the same story. It'd be a close game. We're staying in it, and what do you know? Our defense goes into just trash zone defense gets killed at the end of the game. You know what I mean? And something had to change, and it was getting something new in. Spagnuolo came in, and boom. You know, just sometimes a head's got to get chopped somewhere.
Right.
Unfortunately, exactly. Something has to change, and I agree. I don't think you're right. Like, you hit it on the head. Vrabel is very much like Mike Tomlin. You know what I mean? He's a hard-nosed, tough guy that his players respect him. You know what I mean? And they're gonna go and do well no matter what. But it's like something's got to get those guys over the top.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Agreed.
Team leader asked that. That's right. How did Ryan and the Colts beat the Chiefs? Like I said, the Chiefs tend to struggle against the AFC South. I don't know what it is.
It was honestly, they just didn't play good. The Chiefs made a ton of mistakes. We had the ball, when they had the ball, we made two crucial penalties. Chris Jones, 15-yard, unsportsmanlike conduct for saying stupid stuff to Matt Ryan after he sacked him on 3rd and long. You know what I mean? You can't have that from a star player. I don't care how soft the league is getting or whatever. Like, shut up and go back. You know what I mean? And get ready. Talk after the game. Don't blow the game. So that's, to me, they just made a bunch of bonehead plays.
Yeah.
They tried to turn it on late, and then made too many mistakes.
Well, when I saw the film too, Kansas City was having some issues running the ball. I don't think they knew who they wanted to have running the ball. They had McKinnon out there.
Still don't.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a whole bunch of guys just running the ball. And I think right now Pacheco is going to be their guy moving forward. And it just kind of discombobulated, man. I was like, man, Kansas City looks sloppy out here. But I mean,
they had nothing going on.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get anything cooking.
Right.
Maybe it was one of those nights. Maybe they went out. Hey, they're human. They're one thing I always try to remember is, hey, these guys are just going to work. Like, we got to go to work tomorrow.
That's right.
At the end of the day, they're most of them are young kids. They're sitting there messaging chicks on Twitter or Instagram all night before and waking up like, oh, let's go play.
Yep.
Ryan, Hawk, where can LG get a McNair Oilers jersey?
I've had mine. I got my McNair throwback jersey. I got that in 1999. Yeah. So I've had it for that long. The year he was here, when that was going on, at that time, I got the jersey at that time. At some fan shop. That's been so many years, but
you should be able to find it. You might have to Google it and find it. It's very rare. Jonathan Donahue says, if we destroy the Chiefs O-line and get after Mahomes all day with 4 to 5 rushes, is that a win? Yeah, it could be. If you get turnovers, but the thing is, can the offense score? Right, that's the problem. Have you ever thought about how good our defense would be if Harold Landry? Oh my God,
yeah.
If Harold was healthy, this would be probably a top 3 defense. Like, seriously.
Right.
Like,
the question is about Thank you, Titan Fox. The thing is, man, is at the end of the day, can we score enough, man? That's all it's going to depend on. Kansas City's they're going to score. Can we score enough? That's the question. And, we'll see. We'll see. I hope so, but I think that'll be our biggest challenge.
All right, let's see. Titan said, I think Malik can be our franchise quarterback if we build around him, but I don't see J-Rob trying. Maybe through the draft. I mean, let me say this. What he's drafted, I feel like he's drafted kind of for the future with Malik, Traylon, McQuarrie, Nicholas Petit-Ferrer, Chase Campbell. He's drafting, I think, to build them up to be the future. I just think he needs to bring in more veteran leadership to help those young guys out. And I think he had a chance to do it, but Vrabel doesn't really make moves within the season anyway. I mean, it's usually in the offseason when he works his magic. So, he knows the problem. Can he fix the problem? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Kobe says 6 straight winning seasons, 3 straight playoff appearances, 4 playoff appearances in the last 5 years.
Yep.
But what do we have to show for it?
Exactly.
I want a Super Bowl, guys.
Coming in my mind, the 6 winning seasons, but we did miss the playoffs in a 9-7 season. But yeah,
yes.
What you say, Jacques? I'm sorry.
I want a Super Bowl. I mean, Ryan, how did that feel when y'all got your first Super Bowl, man? I bet that felt like magic.
I cried.
Exactly.
I legitimately cried. I mean, like, it was crazy because like I said, I've been there. When we beat the Colts in the playoffs that year, or was it that year or the year before? Whenever, I think it was the year before, maybe. Or no, it was that year. I was at the previous game in 93 with my dad watching us beat the Steelers. Like, it was like the rush, all of that. in that game. You know, it was amazing. You know what I mean? And like y'all got to see him. Heck, you were that close to winning a Super Bowl.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you know,
I was
sick.
When we lost, man. Sick.
Trust me, I know. Like I know. You know, it honestly wasn't a bad when we lost to the Buccaneers. Man, I was upstairs. I don't even play video games, and I was upstairs playing Xbox with my nephews when that happened. Just because like it was so bad, you know, it was such a whooping. I was like, "Yep, this is over," and I just went upstairs, couldn't watch no more of it. But to win it, to get over the hump when you've lost in the AFC Championship that many times and all this stuff, and it's like, man, oh, what a relief. And it honestly just makes watching football a lot easier. You don't care as much. Not that I don't care as much, but it's like, okay, I'm not worrying about that anymore. Like, I know we're here now. I know for the next 10 years, we got the guy. We have the guy. And until Andy Reid has a heart attack or something, we're good.
Right, exactly. Mark Jones, this is a hell of a comment. He says, isn't a lot of the Titans' money tied up in the new stadium project?
I don't think it has anything to do with salary.
That shouldn't have anything.
It's nothing to do with salary.
No. That has something to do with your taxes.
Tax dollars. Exactly. That's privately funded. That's not anything to do with the salary cap.
Ricky Jenkins says no rings.
Yep, no rings.
And so Vrabel is the coach that will bring us the Super Bowl. When will it happen? You had your chance. I mean, Hawk had me going last year. I ain't gonna lie, Hawk. You had me. Hawk had us last year where he was saying the Titans have a legit chance to win the Super Bowl. And it was there. I got on board with it. And to walk out of that stadium, how I walked out, Hawk could tell you the story. I walked out of the stadium pissed, okay? And I've never been that pissed off at a football game. Yeah. I think I was more sad when we lost the Super Bowl, but I was more pissed because we left a lot on the field and how we lost. It was embarrassing. Yeah. It was horrible. And I know you can't live in the past, but in the same breath, we wasn't supposed. I guarantee if we would have beat the Bills, we would have been in the Super Bowl. It would have been either the Titans or the Bills or the Titans and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. And I think we had enough of a squad to get to where we needed to get to. And we had already beat the Rams. So I had even more confidence that we could have rocked with the Rams. So I don't know. And Ryan and Bernard Devil says, must be nice, Ryan. Hey, we smell it.
Yeah, so look at the logic we had last year. We beat the Chiefs, we beat the Bills, we beat the Rams, we beat everybody, right? We beat everybody. It's an NFL record as far as teams, beating. I think it's like 8 or 9 teams that were in the playoffs, like that we had last year, right? And we had the formula, and we just stunk it up in the playoffs. It was sad. It was an opportunity that we lost, man, and it's hard to come back from. It is, man. It is.
JS5 says, if the Titans does make it to the Super Bowl, who do y'all think we'll play against? Now, JS75, let me ask you this. Are you talking about this year, or are you just talking about period? Can you elaborate on that question? Because if it's this year, I mean, that's some magic that has to happen. But if it is this year, I'll roll with it. We'll probably play like the Eagles or somebody like that, or something like that, right? Yeah. I mean, hypothetically, Hawk, if we were to go on a run, which I don't think we will, but if we went on a run, playoffs is 0-0. If we made it to the Super Bowl, who do you think the Titans will play in the Super Bowl this year?
The Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't really see. The NFC is pretty trash. I can't really see. I mean, I can't imagine the Giants. I don't see them keeping that up. I feel like they're kind of one of those like, they're kind of hot, but as teams start to change the way they're scheming and planning and stuff the second half of the season, teams like that, there's always somebody that, starts out crazy hot and then ends up like, 9-8 or whatever the heck it is.
So DBS says, mark my words, this is the AFC Championship preview, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Okay. Titans Fox says, I have to correct you on this. The new stadium is taking up $700 million from Amy, means it's harder for her to give A.J. Brown $30 million signing bonus of Big Jeff. But cap hit is $2 million. What do y'all think about that?
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I don't. I mean, because we've had many stadiums that have been built throughout the league, like every year, right? And we'd have to do more research, but I think they're two separate situations.
Honestly, any more to compete, you have to do some stadium stuff, or else I feel like the league like forces that and almost rewards it. If you're into like some conspiracies, if you notice, like when teams start building a stadium, magic tends to happen for them.
It does. It does, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Rodgers looking out for people when they look out for him. And so, you know.
So Team Leader says he don't think the Eagles, the way the Eagles are playing, let me tell you about the Eagles. The Eagles got a new OC. They got a new offensive coordinator. He's putting them in the best positions to be successful. A.J. Brown is not as hurt as he was when he was with Tennessee. A.J. Brown is putting up numbers. He might break.
He's always open.
Yeah, he's always open. Exactly.
Yeah.
Catching it in space.
Yes, in space. Exactly. Let me see. Team Leader, the stadium money is 2 separate budgets.
Yep, it is.
Let's see. Titans Fox, 15 most wealthiest owner in the league. Rams owner is Rams, man. The Rams don't believe in nothing. They don't believe in the salary cap. That's LA, period, though. That's LA. I mean, LA has a winning culture. LA is just
you have to win.
Yeah, it's a win. You have to, except the Clippers.
They've got too many options of other things to do. So so they're out.
I don't put the Clippers in that, but I mean, from the Dodgers to the Lakers to the Rams.
Yep.
I don't.
La La Land. Yep.
Chargers are the San Diego Chargers, man. Forget that. I don't even call them that.
Yep.
Exactly. Team
LA is more 49er fans in LA than the Rams, man.
That is true.
There's more Raider fans in LA than the Rams, too.
Yep.
It's crazy.
The Browns won't play every game this season. I mean, he's trending.
He's trending that he is.
He's trending.
He is. I mean, he's doing much. He's out there more than he was out there with us.
Right. DBS 2000 says, who feels like Tannehill's absence was an impact? Are you talking about on Sunday? How do you feel like his absence was a big impact on Sunday's game?
Yeah, it was, because you got a rookie out there, versus a veteran. So of course, yes. Yep. Yeah. The only way to really compare that is if we had another veteran to go out there. But yeah, it was. Yeah.
Mark, you're right. That's what happened. It took him about 2 years to do that. I think it was 2 years, 97, 98. Yep. It was about 2 or 3 years. Yeah. When they transitioned to the Oilers, oh yeah. Let me see. I'm calling Eagles' first loss will be against the Cowboys or the Titans. You know, from what I've seen today, you can run on the Eagles. If you got a good pass rush, you can get to the Eagles.
Facts.
Jalen Hurts hasn't seen a great defense yet, so I can definitely see that happening. The Eagles have a pretty decent defense. They've actually got a great defense. They stack from top to middle to bottom, but they haven't seen the Derrick Henry this year, and the way Dameon Pierce was running on them, that gave me hope. I said, okay, this actually gives me hope, right?
Yeah.
So
they will lose.
Yeah, they
will lose, exactly. Yeah. And when they lose, it doesn't mean all of a sudden they can't win the Super Bowl, right? Because every team will lose. You're going to lose.
You have to lose.
You have to lose.
Right. Let's see here. Let me see.
And we'll go for a few more questions, y'all.
Yep, definitely.
I will say this about Titans fans. Man, at the AFC Championship, I think I said this before, but like your guys' fans were a pleasure. Really was. There was never – everybody was so friendly, you know, on both sides. It's how it should be. You know what I mean? It was friendly. Y'all were yelling whatever, tighten up, all that silly stuff, and we're chopping. But nobody was being disrespectful, and that's how it should be, you know, because you see it. You're a season ticket holder. Like people coming to your house and they're rude and disrespectful. It's not the way it should be.
Right.
Yep, that's right.
I think I like the Bills fans. I like Chiefs, man.
They're fun.
Y'all come when the Chiefs and the Bills come, y'all pack out the stadium. It's fun to mess with y'all, and it's fun, but it's good banter. It's real good banter.
It's how it should be.
Yeah, it's real good banter. The Monday night game we played the Bills, me and my boy Big Mike, man, we were sitting right in front of a Bills fan, and we were just going back and forth. So it was real interesting. Let me see.
The most rowdiest fans I've seen in any game that I've been to, it was the Ravens.
Yeah.
I've been to like 3 or 4 Raven games over the last 20 plus years, man. In 2 of those games, there was big brawls and fights, and I mean, they were in the same division together too. So
I've heard that though. Like I have a friend from Baltimore, and he says like it's just a grimy place.
Yeah.
Like that's the way it is. Like that's just the way it is.
Yep.
So
Oakland Raiders games suck here. There's always fights. It's not even fun to go.
Yeah.
Okay, I bet, man. Yeah.
Titans Fox says this week 9, we may have only 7 games because of the bye, but that's exactly half of the season. So do you guys still think we can say there's plenty of time? Yes, it is. And it's the rest of the schedule is winnable. And if you do drop the Philly game or the Dallas games, those are not in-conference games. Those are the games you kind of, I would say, you wouldn't mind dropping, but you want to win your in-conference game. So to beat the Chiefs would be a humongous motivator, confidence builder, something to give the fans hope, and then you could kind of go into the playoffs like, okay, we can kind of stick with the big dogs and hopefully squeak something out. But I don't know. It's the playoff is anybody's game. And you see what the Bengals did. You see what the Bengals did last year. They woke up at the latter part of the season and they got hot. So I'm not saying that the Titans can't do it. It's just we're dealing with an incompetent offensive coordinator. That's just my opinion. Let me see. Let's see. DBS says some people get confused thinking Texans are Oilers. Yeah, that's a big thing, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Gino, this is a great point. He says Andy Reid is 1-8 in regular season games against the Titans. And I think
Vrabel always comes with it.
He does.
Andy Reid. He always does.
Man,
right. He has something for him every time.
Vrabel is a great. There's several coaches he owns. Frank Reich, he owns Frank Reich. You know what I'm saying? And he does Andy Reid as well. Mike Vrabel has a mental edge, man. Vrabel's incredible. I'm a huge Mike Vrabel fan, man.
Yep. Stanley, what up, Stanley? Stanley in the building. He says, hey, I love the small juke move that Henry did last Sunday. Boy had them quick feet. He did. I like what he
kept rolling, man. He just kept rolling. But we just need Derrick Henry to take about 7 or 8 less carries than what he did this game, man. Save those carries, Derrick.
At what point does it stop rolling?
Yes, I know.
He's on a run. Like, honestly, has there ever been a run like this? Like a stretch where a guy's done what he's done? I mean, you guys had Chris Johnson. That was, 2-3 years of elite. That position, I don't care how big and tough, he's getting in car crashes 30 times a game.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anytime Derrick Henry, because of those carries, he gets popped. There's times he gets popped. You know what I'm saying? And
hard. Who hit him hard earlier in the year? Somebody smoked his ass.
Giants, the New York Giants.
Yeah,
the linebacker.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
And ain't that why they bought in Haskins to kind of relieve the load? Him and Hilliard. Hilliard ran pretty good Sunday too.
You have to though. These guys they're humans. They're human beings. Like, you can't just beat him to death just because he's making a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, and like somebody said, you're only halfway through the year. You got a whole lot of time left, and then you need him when it's cold and nasty outside.
Exactly. That's where he does his best work,
y'all. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, says Derrick Henry. I'm trying, man. I want the ball, man. I just want the ball.
Did you guys see him mic'd up in the game? I think that was his first time ever being mic'd up in the game, and just listening to how much respect he gets, and then how he carried the team, and how the speeches and just things. And I want to give a shout out to Malik Willis too, because I know people give Malik hell for not being this quote unquote good quarterback, which he's a rookie. That's like you being new in your job and they expect you to come in and do something right away. But he had enough maturity to go to each of his D linemen and say, hey, guys, thank you for keeping them out the end zone. Thank you for keeping them out the end zone. Thank you for keeping his leadership, his energy. Even Todd Downing talked about it. He said, man, this kid's leadership is infectious. And it's something that if he can put the play together, he's going to be a great leader and he's going to be a winner. It's just it has to slow down for him. And I think with Malik and then Derrick, I don't know if y'all heard what Derrick said. Derrick was pissed off because he didn't block like he wanted to get Malik that touchdown. He wanted Malik to get a touchdown. And I think that just goes to show you. And Mark, I see your comment where you're saying the team takes on the identity of their head coach. I totally agree with that. And I think that's why Vrabel gets all the credit. He gets the credit, not Todd Downing, Vrabel, okay? Not even Shane Bowen. Shane Bowen has done better, but I just think the defense just takes Vrabel's identity and they run with it.
Yeah.
So
Agreed. So we'll go about 2 more questions, y'all. We'll go about 2 more.
And Mark, I know he gets stronger throughout the year, but he's getting older. And you don't want for that same foot injury to happen what it happened last season in the early last season. Yep. We don't want that to happen later on in the season when we really need him. That's not saying we can't run without him, but just saying preserve him, right?
Yeah.
And you know what, team leader? I like this comment. I seen it in the preseason. Now, Ryan, I know you say you've seen him in the preseason. Something I like about Malik, and I tell Hawk this all the time, he doesn't make the same mistake twice, right? He didn't really get to open it up against the Texans because he didn't have to. You just run the ball. You can open up the holes, let Derrick have a field day. And that's what Todd Downing talked about today in his pressure. He was like, look, the run was working. The rhythm was there. We're going to stay with it. Until they can stop it, we're going to keep doing it. I respect it. But team leader, each time he does not make the same mistake twice. So, Hawk, you're not talking crazy when you say Malik actually might have a big game because he improves each game. And he showed me that in the preseason that he can do it.
Yep.
Derek Carr had a big game against the Chiefs. If that bum can have a big game, anybody can have a big game.
Yeah.
That's
Matt Ryan did too, man.
Yeah, exactly. Matt Ryan has like a foot in the grave.
Yeah, I
How
know.
old is he? 60?
Yeah, I know. That's right. And again, they're established quarterbacks. Malik Willis this is only his second game. I think it'll be just sort of a different dynamic. And I don't think Malik's gonna go like 200, 250. I don't see that. But I think he'll just play 75% better than he did the last game.
Yep, I agree. And
I'm telling you though, there's room in there for when things break down to get, if he can just get a guy, on a deep pass and get confidence, and just then next thing you know, you're taking shots because you can. I mean, almost everybody has beat the Chiefs, deep at least once. So
exactly,
the opportunity's there.
Is there. And two, I would say this about his college tape. I watched from year 1 when he was with Liberty, and year 2. And Hawk, you did too. And he improved each year. That's why I said, guys, just hold your just be patient. You'll see what he's capable of. You'll see. I've watched extensive tape on this kid.
Coach, think about the jump he just made in competition.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, man.
It's a lot for an SEC quarterback.
Yep.
Exactly. You're going against – he's never played against people like this.
That's right, man. Facts.
Exactly.
And playing against like Southeast Missouri State, schools like that. Yeah,
I could have played there.
When they played Auburn last year, I watched that game. Both teams, of course, Auburn won, but just looking at the competition, now he got a little taste of it there because the SEC is the SEC. But he was the offense. He was the guy that was making the plays. The kid can do it. He just got to give him an opportunity. So let's see.
Right. We'll go one more question, y'all.
Wishbone. Make it a good question. I'm just looking at the Titans need to run some old school wishbone. I think we were running old school football for like going on 5-6 years. Hey,
that's a fact, Doc. That's true, bro.
We've been doing the old school thing for a while. I think it's time to kind of elevate into the new school and see what we got there. But I don't know. Todd Downing, Gino, you're right. Todd Downing won't go. We don't have the personnel to go deep, Ryan. We just don't.
We just don't got the personnel, man.
Unfortunately,
that's like asking me to go hair right now. I can't do it.
Did you say by accident?
Not even on accident.
No, we don't. I mean,
somebody can't trip and fall and just.
It would have to take a fluke.
What was the kid? Reggie Robinson? Was it Reggie Robinson?
Reggie. Yeah, Robertson. Yes.
We should have kept him. He was out of. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hawk. Was he out of Louisiana? SMU, yes. Yep. The kid had 4.3 speed. We should have kept him. I mean, I don't know, man. Great show, Hawk and Doc. Ryan was an awesome guest. Y'all ever need another guest? Let me know. Good night.
Hey, cool, man. Okay. Appreciate it, Titan Fox.
Hey, we had that year with Alex Smith. It was Dwayne Bowe's last year in Kansas City where it went like 13 games or 14 games and we didn't have a wide receiver touchdown.
Yep.
I remember that.
I do remember that.
And Bo had like 100-something catches that year. Had I think 1 touchdown all season, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. We need an offense speed. Yes, I've been saying that for years and years and years. We need speed. Tim Kelly needs to take over this offense. Yes, Kelly did have David Mills looking like man, and he sure did.
Yep.
He sure did. Well, Hope, you can go and take us out, brother.
Okay, man. All right.
Oh, before you get there, Jay Woods, I want to get your question. I seen your question, bro. Is Elijah Molden returning huge? Is it huge, Hope?
What do you think, Jacques?
Yes, it is, because it's going to bump McQuarrie on the outside where he plays better on the outside, and you put Molden in his natural spot in the slot, and you let Molden roam around like a bulldog and let him have fun. So, yes.
That's right.
That is huge.
I think if anyone's playing time will go down, it will be Andrews, the safety. I think they'll put Hooker back at that spot because they've been having Hooker play like linebacker, so to speak, or that same spot. So, I think it is. B. Ward.
He said,
what's up, bro?
Guys. Hey, bro, we love you too, bro.
Yeah, man. B. Ward. Hey, bro, we appreciate it, man. Hey, we appreciate it, B. Ward. B. Ward. Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
B. Ward in the building. Appreciate it, B. Ward.
Yes, sir.
So, y'all, we want to say thank you, man, for Ryan for joining our show tonight, man. Hey, Ryan, dude, it's always, bro, you're a great guest here, man. We really do appreciate you, man.
It's a blast, man. I usually, like, no lie, I usually go to bed at like 8:30, and I told my wife, I was like, they said 9:45. She's like, what the hell are you gonna do?
Yeah, I understand, man. I understand. Hey,
No,
you
but
got
it's fun,
evidence
man. I
showing.
love
Hey,
it. It's a blast. It's a blast. I appreciate the opportunity. It's really great talking to you guys. So yeah, anytime. I love doing. Hopefully we can catch up someday and watch a game in person and get to hang out.
Yes, sir.
man, no, that sounds cool, man. We got connections, man. That could happen maybe one day for sure.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure, guys.
Yep.
And
Yep,
your guys is everybody that's watching is always cool. Nobody's ever badmouthed me, so that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely,
Sure,
man.
For sure.
Hey, you guys have a good one. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you too, Ryan. We
Yep,
appreciate it,
see
man.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. So, folks, again, we want to say thank you all for being on our show and everything, man. As always, you all are very active on the show, asking incredible questions. That keeps the show rolling, man. You know what I mean? It really does. So yeah, man. As always, you can always check us out at Tennessee Titans Weekly on Instagram. We're on TikTok at Tennessee Titans Weekly as well. We're on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. As well, too, man, you can always check us out on Teespring, teespring.com. You can check out Tennessee Titans Weekly. We got merchandise like these hoodies. These hoodies are nice, man, different colors. We got coffee mugs. We got cell phone cases, man, and we're talking top quality stuff. Look at the shirt that Jacques got on. This shirt's awesome, man. Hey, that supports the channel, man. If you want to get buy some merchandise, the prices are pretty good too, man. Check us out. The shirt is dope, man. The shirt, even if anything you want, man, we pretty much got it on there, everything.
Definitely.
So, and before I leave too, I want to give a shout out to Jacques as well too, man, on his podcast, man. Cool movie reviews, man. You know what I mean? Hey, Jacques, do your thing, bro.
Hey, appreciate it. I know everybody's been asking about the link, Hawk. If you could put it in the link in the comment section, and what I'll try to do, guys, next show I'll put the link in the chat. But yes, I have a new podcast called Cool Movie Reviews, where we review movies and TV shows. I actually just put up a video regarding Black Panther, hashtag recast T'Challa. Go check out that video, man. It's an interesting perspective, and I actually got to go see Black Adam early, which was a unique movie. And I got my opinions on that movie. Really decent movie, but yeah, I mean, and then guys, watch out. I might have my guy right here. I might have to bring Hawk on the show if I'm working on some stuff to get some early premiere tickets to go see Black Panther. And Hawk, if you're available, bro, come holler at your boy.
Yes, sir.
Because definitely we gonna kind of review this thing. So guys, if you can, man, go support your boy, man. Check out the channel. Let me know how you like it. YouTube be hating sometimes because they copyright. They took my video, man, and claimed my video on my Black Adam video. So YouTube used some haters. But anyway, guys, yeah, check out Cool Movie Reviews. The link is in the description. The link is in the chat. And appreciate that, Hawk.
Yep. So, well, y'all, hey, we're gonna close out, man. We hope y'all have a great day, rest of the week as well, too, man. And hey, let's get it in. Let's beat the Chiefs, man. Let's upset the Chiefs. Let's shock the world, man. Can it happen? Yes, it's going to take some work, but let's get it done.
Yes,
so to
sir.
you and yours, y'all. Facts.
No paper.